Hi, everybody. I'm getting questions about the checkpoint. People are getting things wrong and they're not knowing why. So that's exactly what I want you to do. It's meant to be a checkpoint where you stop and say, oh, something's wrong. Go back into the text, um, compare the word to the anchor words, see what rhymes. Um, Talk to your dyad partner to see if there are things that can help clarify. You can post questions in the forum. But I figured I would make a quick video just to give you just sort of a heads up. First, so I apologize. I made it so that you had to do the whole word, and that threw a couple of you off, and I'm sorry for that. Um, and I hope you'll excuse me. I'm also sick. Uh, so I put in a couple of the more straightforward consonants so that you were doing words. I thought it would make it a little more in context, but I'll change it for the future so it's just vowels. Um, so straightforward consonants like pa, ta, da, ul, ones that exist in our alphabet and have a pretty set main sound that it makes. I use those. So um, the things that I'm noticing: interference from spelling. So a word like bird is not going to be transcribed with a small cap I. That would be beard. Okay. So look at the allographs that are in the text. That can help you to see that different spellings can be pronounced different ways. And then tie things to rhyming spelling words. So bird rhymes with herd, whether it is a herd of cattle or I heard you. Some of you are adding an extra R for the symbols that have a right hook. Remember that the right hook is the R sound. It's built in. It's just, we didn't need to do it that way, but we do. So that's just how it is. A couple of them have the R built in. Sorry. So don't do things like first with an extra R. Okay. Um, you have to pay attention to stress. So with a word like pertain, the stress is on the second syllable, pertain. So the first one is going to be a schwa, not the right hook reverse epsilon, because then you'd have pertain. Okay. And then for ed endings, sometimes there's some ed endings. Just be aware that sometimes we just say it as a d, like lived. Sometimes we say it as a t, like worked. Some of you are adding in vowels there, but they're not. So if I add a schwa there, instead of worked, I get work good. We don't say work good. Lived, not lived. Okay. So don't do that. And then some of you are forgetting slashes. If you forget slashes, it's just plain wrong no matter what you put. So make sure you put slashes. And then for words in isolation, if I said was or love, cup, those are going to use the wedge, cup. It's not going to necessarily be a schwa unless it's in a sentence. So that would be cup. Like if I said, I want a glass, not a cup of tea, that might turn into a schwa if I say it fast enough. But if I just say cup, it's a wedge. It's a turn V. Okay. So look over those. See if you can figure out what types of words you're missing, then compare them to the chart and then go back and try it again. You want to be able to pretty reliably be able to transcribe these words above 83%. So you should be doing this a couple of times. If you are really close to the line, then there's something that you're missing. And vowels don't go away. So it's not like, oh, I didn't really understand ear words, but oh well, we're moving on to the next chapter. Now, ear words are going to be part of English for the rest of your life. So if you don't understand those, you're going to need to. That's one of the reasons why I think this course is more challenging than most, because in other courses, if you miss something, it continues on and you just learn something new in the next chapter. Here, everything is tightly, tightly interconnected, and it's the building blocks of English. So it's sort of like if you are learning to build a house, and you learn about you learn about plumbing and electricity and all these things. If you don't learn one of those, your houses won't work properly down the road, right? So you have to learn all the pieces and you have to learn them to be functional, okay? I hope this helps. Shoot me an email or post if you have any questions. Thanks.